Your words shape your reality. Every thought you think, every belief you hold, every emotion you feel, they're all creating your future right now, this very moment. As you listen to these words, you have the power to transform your life. It's not some far-off dream or wishful thinking. It's science. It's the way your brain and body work together to manifest your desires. Think about it. How often do you catch yourself saying things like, I can't do this, or that's impossible for me? Those aren't just harmless thoughts. They're programming your subconscious mind, telling your body exactly what to expect. And guess what? Your body listens. It responds to those negative thoughts by releasing chemicals that make you feel stuck, helpless, and afraid. But here's the amazing thing. You can flip that script. You can use the exact same process to create the life you've always wanted. It all starts with how you talk to yourself. When you begin to speak to yourself with kindness, with confidence, with unwavering belief in your own potential, that's when the magic happens. Your brain doesn't know the difference between what's happening in your outer world and what you're vividly imagining. So when you consistently tell yourself, I am capable of achieving great things, or opportunities are coming to me easily, your brain starts to believe it. And it's not just your brain. Your entire body gets in on the act. Those empowering thoughts trigger the release of feel-good chemicals like dopamine and serotonin. You start to feel more energized, more optimistic. You carry yourself differently. You notice opportunities you might have missed before. This isn't just positive thinking. It's rewiring your neural pathways. Every time you choose a positive thought over a negative one, you're strengthening those neural connections. You're literally changing the structure of your brain. But it goes even deeper than that. Your thoughts and emotions are sending out electromagnetic signals. They're interacting with the quantum field around you. When you align your thoughts, feelings, and actions with what you want to attract, you're creating a vibrational match. You're becoming a magnet for the very things you desire. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. That sounds great, but my life is full of problems right now. How can I just ignore that? Here's the truth. You don't ignore your current reality. You acknowledge it, but you don't let it define you. You use it as a starting point for change. Start small. Pick one area of your life where you want to see improvement. Maybe it's your health, your relationships, or your career. Now, instead of focusing on what's wrong, start speaking to yourself about how you want it to be. Use present tense as if it's already happening. For example, instead of saying, I hope I can lose weight someday, say, I am becoming healthier and stronger every day. Instead of, I wish I could find a better job, say, I am attracting exciting new career opportunities. At first, it might feel strange. Your old patterns of thinking will try to take over. That's okay. It's normal. Just keep at it. Repetition is key. The more you practice speaking to yourself in this new way, the more natural it becomes. Here's a powerful exercise you can try right now. Close your eyes for a moment. Take a deep breath. Now, think about something you really want in your life. Got it? Okay. Now imagine that you already have it. Feel the joy, the excitement, the gratitude. Let those positive emotions fill your entire body. Now, open your eyes. How did that feel? Pretty good, right? That's the power of aligning your thoughts and emotions with your desires. You just gave your brain and body a taste of what it feels like to have what you want. And guess what? Your subconscious mind is now more primed to help you achieve it. But here's the thing. It's not enough to do this once in a while when you remember. It needs to become a habit. You need to make it part of your daily routine. Just like you brush your teeth or take a shower, you need to cleanse your mind of negative self-talk and replace it with empowering thoughts. Start your day by speaking to yourself in a positive way. Before you even get out of bed, say something like, today is full of amazing opportunities. I am ready to receive all the good that's coming my way. Throughout the day, catch yourself when you start to slip into negative self-talk. Pause, take a breath, and replace that thought with a more empowering one. Remember, your subconscious mind is always listening. It doesn't judge whether your thoughts are good or bad. It simply takes them as instructions. So when you consistently feed it positive, empowering thoughts, it starts to work on making those thoughts a reality. Now, let's talk about the importance of emotion in this process. It's not enough to just say the words. You need to feel them. Emotion is the fuel that powers your thoughts. When you combine a clear intention with a strong positive emotion, that's when you really start to move the needle. Think about a time when you were really excited about something. Maybe it was a vacation you were planning or a project you were passionate about. Remember how that excitement seemed to give you extra energy? How it made obstacles seem smaller? That's the power of emotion. So when you're speaking to yourself in this new way, really lean into the feelings. If you're saying, I am confident and capable, feel that confidence in your body. Stand tall, smile, let that feeling of capability flow through you. The more real you can make it feel, the more powerful the effect. Now, I want to address something important. This isn't about denying reality or pretending that everything is perfect when it's not. It's about shifting your focus. It's about choosing where to put your mental and emotional energy. Think of it like this. Imagine you're driving a car at night. You can only see as far as your headlights show you, but you can make the entire journey that way. You don't need to see the whole road to know you'll reach your destination. In the same way, you don't need to have everything figured out right now. You just need to focus on the next positive step. When you start speaking to yourself in this empowering way, you're shining a light on the path ahead. You're telling your brain, this is where we're going. This is what we're moving towards. And your brain responds by helping you notice opportunities, come up with creative solutions, and take actions that align with your goals. Now, let's talk about consistency. This isn't a quick fix or a one-time thing. It's a new way of living. It's about rewiring years, maybe even decades of habitual thinking. That takes time and practice. But here's the good news. Every time you choose a positive thought over a negative one, you're making progress. Every time you speak to yourself with kindness and encouragement instead of criticism, you're changing your brain. Think of it like working out. You wouldn't expect to get in shape by going to the gym once, right? It's the consistent effort over time that brings results. The same is true for your mental and emotional fitness. Every day that you practice speaking to yourself in this new way, you're building stronger neural pathways. You're creating new patterns of thinking and feeling. And here's something really exciting. As you start to see small changes in your life, it becomes easier to believe in bigger changes. Success breeds success. When you notice that you're feeling more confident or that opportunities are starting to come your way, it reinforces your new way of thinking. It creates a positive feedback loop. Now, I want to address something that might come up for some of you. You might be thinking, but what about when things go wrong? What about when I face setbacks or disappointments? This is where the real power of this practice shines through. When you've been consistently speaking to yourself in a positive, empowering way, you build resilience. You develop a core of inner strength that helps you bounce back from setbacks more quickly. Instead of getting stuck in negative self-talk when things don't go as planned, you're able to step back and say, okay, this didn't work out. What can I learn from this? How can I use this to grow? You see, the way you speak to yourself doesn't just affect your mood in the moment. It shapes your entire outlook on life. When you habitually speak to yourself with kindness and encouragement, you develop a more optimistic, growth-oriented mindset. You start to see challenges as opportunities for learning and growth rather than as threats or failures. This shift in perspective is incredibly powerful. It changes how you approach everything in your life. Instead of shrinking back from challenges, you start to welcome them. You know that every experience, whether it feels good or bad in the moment, is an opportunity for growth and learning. Let's talk about another important aspect of this practice. Gratitude. When you're working on attracting what you desire, it's easy to focus solely on what you want and forget to appreciate what you already have. But gratitude is a powerful attractor. When you speak to yourself with gratitude, you're aligning yourself with abundance. Try this. Every day, speak to yourself about 3 things you're grateful for. Really feel the gratitude as you say it. I am so thankful for my health. I am grateful for the love in my life. I appreciate the opportunities I have to learn and grow. This practice does 2 things. First, it puts you in a positive emotional state, which makes you more receptive to good things. Second, it trains your brain to notice the good things in your life, which in turn attracts more good things. Now, let's address another common question. What if I don't believe what I'm saying to myself? Isn't that just lying? This is a great question, and it brings up an important point. The goal isn't to lie to yourself. It's to expand your beliefs about what's possible for you. If you're not used to speaking to yourself in a positive way, it might feel strange or even uncomfortable at first. That's okay. Start with statements that feel true, even if they're small. Instead of I am wealthy, which might feel like a stretch. If you're struggling financially, try I'm open to new opportunities to increase my income. Instead of I have the perfect relationship, try I'm worthy of love and respect. As you practice, you'll find that your comfort zone starts to expand. Thoughts that once felt impossible start to feel more achievable. This is because you're literally rewiring your brain. You're creating new neural pathways that support these more positive beliefs. Remember, your brain is incredibly adaptable. It's always learning, always changing based on your experiences and your focus. When you consistently speak to yourself in a positive, empowering way, you're teaching your brain to support you in achieving your desires. Now, let's talk about the power of visualization. When you're speaking to yourself about what you want to attract, try to engage all your senses. Don't just say the words, see them, feel them, hear them, taste them, smell them. Make it as vivid and real as possible in your mind. For example, if you're wanting to attract a new job, don't just say, I have a great job. Really imagine it. See yourself walking into your new office. Feel the excitement and satisfaction of doing work you love. Hear the conversations with your colleagues. Smell the coffee in the break room. The more real you can make it in your mind, the more powerful the effect. It's a kind of vivid visualization combined with positive self-talk is like giving your subconscious mind a detailed blueprint. It knows exactly what to look for, what to move towards. And remember, your subconscious mind is incredibly powerful. It's working 24/7, processing millions of bits of information, making connections you're not even aware of. When you give it clear, positive instructions through your self-talk and visualization, you're harnessing that power to help you achieve your desire. Now, let's address something that might be coming up for some of you. You might be thinking, this all sounds great, but I've tried positive thinking before and it didn't work. If that's you, I want you to consider something. Were you consistent? Did you stick with it even when you didn't see immediate results? Did you combine your positive thoughts with aligned actions? You see, speaking yourself in this new way isn't a magic spell. It's not about saying some words and then sitting back and waiting for your desires to magically appear. It's about creating a new mindset, a new way of being in the world. And that takes time and consistent effort. Think of it like planting a garden. You don't plant a seed one day and expect to see a fully grown plant the next day, right? You need to water it, make sure it gets sunlight, protect it from weeds. You need to be patient and consistent in your care. The same is true for this practice. Every time you choose a positive thought, every time you speak to yourself with kindness and encouragement, you're planting a seed. You're creating the conditions for growth and positive change in your life. But you need to keep at it. You need to be patient and trust the process. And here's something really important. You need to combine your positive self-talk with aligned action. If you're saying to yourself, I'm attracting financial abundance, but you're not taking any steps to improve your financial situation, you're sending mixed signals to your subconscious mind. Your actions need to match your words. If you're speaking to yourself about attracting a healthier body, make choices that support that. If you're talking about attracting a loving relationship, put yourself in situations where you can meet new people. If you're focusing on career success, take steps to improve your skills or network. Remember, the universe responds to your energy, to your vibration. And your vibration isn't just about what you say to yourself. It's about your overall state of being, your thoughts, your emotions, and your actions. When all of these are aligned with what you want to attract, that's when you become an unstoppable force of creation in your own life. Now, I want to talk about something that might be a bit uncomfortable, but it's crucial to understand. Sometimes when you start speaking to yourself in this new way and focusing on what you want to attract, things in your life might seem to get worse before they get better. You might face unexpected challenges or setbacks. If this happens, don't get discouraged. This is actually a good sign. It means that change is happening. You're shaking things up. You're disrupting old patterns. It's like cleaning out a cluttered closet. Sometimes you need to make a bigger mess before you can create order. During these times, it's more important than ever to stay consistent with your positive self-talk. Remind yourself that this is part of the process. Speak to yourself with encouragement and compassion. I'm strong enough to handle this challenge. This is an opportunity for growth and learning. I trust in the process of life. These moments of challenge are actually incredible opportunities. They're chances to prove to yourself that you're committed to your new way of thinking and being. When you can maintain your positive self-talk even in the face of difficulties, you're building incredible mental and emotional strength. Now let's talk about the importance of letting go. This might sound contradictory, but it's actually a crucial part of attracting what you desire. While it's important to be clear about what you want and to speak to yourself positively about it, you also need to release your attachment to the outcome. This doesn't mean you stop wanting it or working towards it. It means you trust that the universe has your back. You trust that if something doesn't work out the way you expected, it's because something even better is on its way. When you speak to yourself, include phrases like this: or something better is coming to me. I trust in the perfect unfolding of my life. This kind of self-talk helps you stay open to possibilities you might not have considered. It keeps you from getting so fixated on one particular outcome that you miss other wonderful opportunities. Remember, the universe often has plans for us that are far greater than anything we could have imagined for ourselves. By speaking to yourself in a way that acknowledges this, you're opening yourself up to receive all the good that life has to offer. Now, I want to address something that might be coming up for some of you. You might be thinking, but what about negative emotions? Isn't it unhealthy to suppress them? This is an excellent point, and it brings up an important aspect of this practice. Speaking to yourself in a positive, empowering way doesn't mean ignoring or suppressing negative emotions. It's about acknowledging them, learning from them, and then choosing where to focus your energy. When you experience a negative emotion, speak to yourself with compassion. It's okay to feel this way. What is this emotion trying to tell me? How can I use this as an opportunity for growth? Then, once you've acknowledged and learned from the emotion, you can choose to shift your focus to more positive thoughts. This practice isn't about pretending everything is perfect all the time. It's about developing emotional intelligence and resilience. It's about learning to navigate all of your emotions in a way that supports your growth and helps you attract what you desire. As we near the end of our time together, I want to emphasize something crucial. This practice of speaking to yourself in a new way isn't just about attracting material things or achieving external goals. It's about becoming the best version of yourself. It's about aligning with your highest potential. When you consistently speak to yourself with kindness, encouragement, and belief in your own potential, you're not just changing your circumstances. You're changing who you are. You're evolving into a more confident, compassionate, and capable version of yourself. And here's the beautiful thing. As you become this higher version of yourself, you naturally attract higher experiences. You attract people and opportunities that match your new energy. You create a life that reflects your inner growth. So I encourage you, starting right now, to pay attention to how you speak to yourself. Catch those negative thoughts and replace them with positive ones. Speak to yourself with the same kindness and encouragement you'd offer to a dear friend. Remind yourself of your strengths, your resilience, your infinite potential. Start each day by setting a positive intention for how you want to feel and what you want to create. Throughout the day, check in with yourself. Are your thoughts aligned with your intentions? If not, gently guide them back. Remember, this isn't about perfection. It's about progress. There will be days when it's easier and days when it's more challenging. That's okay. The key is to keep coming back to this practice, to keep choosing positive self-talk, even when it feels difficult. And here's something really powerful. Start speaking to your future self. Talk to yourself as if you've already achieved your desires. I am so grateful for the abundance in my life. I love the feeling of being healthy and energetic. I'm amazed at how many doors have opened for me. This kind of self-talk creates a bridge between your current reality and the future you desire. It helps your subconscious mind start to see that future as real and attainable. And when your subconscious mind believes something is possible, it goes to work making it happen. Now, let's talk about the power of questions. The questions you ask yourself shape your focus and your actions. So start asking yourself empowering questions. Instead of, why can't I do this? Ask, how can I make this happen? Instead of, what if I fail? Ask, what if I succeed beyond my wildest dreams? These kinds of questions stimulate your creativity. They get your brain working on solutions rather than dwelling on problems. They open you up to possibilities you might not have considered before. And here's a powerful question to ask yourself regularly. Who do I need to become to attract what I desire? This question shifts your focus from external circumstances to internal growth. It reminds you that attracting what you want isn't just about what you do, it's about who you are. As you ask yourself this question, speak to yourself about the qualities you want to embody. I am becoming more confident every day. I am developing unshakable self-belief. I am growing in wisdom and understanding. Remember, you're not just attracting things or experiences. You're attracting a way of being in the world. So speak to yourself about the kind of person you want to be, the kind of energy you want to embody. Now, let's address another important aspect of this practice, patience. In our fast-paced world, we often expect instant results. But real, lasting change takes time. It takes consistent effort. So speak to yourself with patience and understanding. Teach and remind yourself that you're on a journey. Every step forward, no matter how small, is progress. Celebrate your wins, no matter how small they might seem. Speak to yourself with encouragement about your progress. I'm proud of myself for sticking with this. I can see how far I've come. I'm excited to see what's next on this journey. This kind of self-talk helps you stay motivated and committed to your practice, even when you're not seeing immediate results. It helps you trust in the process and keep moving forward. Now, let's talk about the power of creativity in this process. Your subconscious mind responds powerfully to imagery and metaphor. So get creative with your self-talk. Use vivid language that engages your imagination. Instead of just saying, I am successful, you might say, I'm soaring to new heights of success. Instead of, I am healthy, try, my body is a powerhouse of vitality and well-being. The more vivid and engaging your self-talk, the more impact it has on your subconscious mind. And don't be afraid to have fun with this. The more you enjoy your practice of positive self-talk, the more you'll want to do it. So play with different phrases and images. Find ways of speaking to yourself that feel good and energizing to you. Now, let's address something that might be coming up for some of you. You might be thinking, but what about when I'm around other people? Won't it seem strange if I'm always talking to myself positively? Remember, much of this self-talk can be internal. It's about the running commentary in your mind. But even when you're speaking out loud, there are ways to incorporate positive self-talk naturally. For example, instead of saying, I hope this works out, you might say, I'm looking forward to seeing how this unfolds. Instead of, I'm nervous about this presentation, you could say, I'm excited to share my ideas with the team. These small shifts in how you express yourself not only change your own mindset, but they also influence how others perceive and interact with you. When you speak with confidence and positivity, you inspire confidence in others. Now, let's talk about the importance of aligning your environment with your new way of speaking to yourself. Your environment, the people you spend time with, the media you consume, the spaces you inhabit, all influence your thoughts and emotions. So speak to yourself about creating an environment that supports your growth and your desires. I am surrounding myself with positive, supportive people. I am creating a space that inspires and energizes me. I am choosing to consume information that uplifts and empowers me. Remember, everything in your life is a reflection of your inner world. As you change how you speak to yourself, you'll naturally start to make changes in your outer world as well. And these changes, in turn, will support your continued growth and positive self-talk. As we come to the end of our time together, I want to leave you with this thought. The way you speak to yourself is one of the most powerful tools you have for creating the life you desire. It's the foundation upon which everything else is built. So starting right now, make a commitment to yourself. Commit to speaking to yourself with kindness, with encouragement, with unwavering belief in your own potential. Commit to aligning your thoughts, your words, and your actions with what you want to attract. Remember, you are the author of your own life story. With every thought, every word you speak to yourself, you're writing the next chapter. So make it a story of growth, of joy, of amazing possibilities unfolding. Speak to yourself as if you are already the person you want to become. Speak to yourself as if your desires are already manifesting. Speak to yourself with love, with compassion, with excitement for all that's possible. And most importantly, keep at it. This isn't a one-time thing. It's a lifelong practice, but I promise you it's worth it. Because as you change the way you speak to yourself, you change your entire experience of life. You have within you everything you need to create the life you desire. You have the power to shape your reality with your thoughts and words, so use that power wisely. Speak to yourself in a way that uplifts you, that inspires you, that moves you forward. You are capable of amazing things. You are worthy of all the good that life has to offer. You are a powerful creator in your own life. Remind yourself of these truths every day. Let them be the foundation of how you speak to yourself. And as you go forward from here, remember this. Every moment is a new beginning. Every thought is a chance to choose again. No matter what's happened in the past, you always have the power to change your self-talk, and in doing so, to change your life. So go forth with confidence. Speak to yourself with love and positivity. Align your thoughts, your words, and your actions with your desires, and watch as your life transforms in beautiful and unexpected ways. You've got this. You are powerful beyond measure. and the life of your dreams is waiting for you to speak it into existence. So start now. Speak to yourself this way and attract all you desire. Your amazing future begins with the very next word you say to yourself. Make it count.